welcome back to our channel. It is the 25th of October. Next Sunday is Halloween, so we are in our Halloween shirts.
And also my uncle who's passed away, his birthday's the day before Halloween.
Right.
And my stepdad's, who's passed away now, his was November 1st or November 3rd, one of those. I don't remember.
My grandfather was, my dad's dad was November the 2nd.
And one of my exes was November 1st, so yeah, all of those days I remember.
Right. But, and as you can see, I have lost, this is a Halloween shirt from last year, and I have lost so much weight, I have to do this, and this is a dress for me. All of my clothes from last year are dresses for me.
And I'm in a 36 now. Woo!
I am, what, 16? 15?
No,
14.
12.
12, oh yeah, 12 to 14.
10 to 12, 12 to 14, depending on the clothes and what you want to wear.
Yeah,
if you
and
wanna,
I haven't seen teens in years. And I'm in low teens now.
I haven't seen a 36 in 20 years.
I know. So, yep, we're going to get into the holidays of the week. But here we go. On today, which is October 25th, we have National Greasy Food Day, which I don't eat, just because I don't have a gallbladder, not because of diet. But National Accounting Day, which I used to be an accountant. National I Care About You Day, and International Artist Day.
Then we got Tuesday, October 26th, which is National Chicken Fried Steak Day, Howl at the Moon Day, Day of the Deployed, I'm guessing they mean overseas. And, and then you have International Mincemeat Pie Day, which I don't have no idea what that is.
Mincemeat is ground meat.
Well, I know what ground meat is, but there's got to be something else added to it.
Well, it's kind of like it's a ground meat pie.
Yeah, well, I'll look it up later.
October 27th, Wednesday, National American Beer Day, National Potato Day, National Boxer Shorts Day, and International Occupational Therapy.
Who wears boxer shorts anymore anyway these days?
I wear boxer shorts.
Talking about in general. Well, then we have the October 28th, which is National Chocolate Day, National Plush Animal Lovers Day, National St. Jude Day, and International Animation Day.
And then on Friday, the 29th, we have National Oatmeal Day, National Frankenstein Day, National Nevada Day, and International Stroke Day. It's also my sister-in-law's birthday, which is funny that it's National Nevada Day because her and my brother live in Nevada. So,
and now we got Saturday, October 30th, National Candy Corn Day, which is a big debate around Halloween every year.
I love candy corn.
National Checklist Day. I didn't say I hate it.
You don't like
National Mischief Night and International Audio Drama Day. No, I like candy corn. I'm not like over the moon for it. I've eaten it before. I'm not going to say I dislike it.
Both Marcus and I love candy corn. And then on Sunday, October 31st, which is Halloween, it is National Caramel Apple Day, National Magic Day, National Carve a Pumpkin Day, and International All Hallows Eve.
Shouldn't All Hallows Eve be the day before?
No, All Hallows Eve is
But I've noticed since we started doing our channel and we started adding these days, at least once a month, chocolate something comes up as a day.
Yes, and I try to find at least one food each day.
I'm not talking about for you. I'm just talking about in general. If you look at the list, somewhere, they have at least once a week, they have a day dedicated to chocolate donuts, chocolate pie, chocolate cake, chocolate this. Yeah, where's the vanilla stuff?
I know.
Where's the butterscotch stuff? Where's the caramel stuff?
I know. I'm actually a strange person, especially strange woman, because I'm not a big fan of chocolate. Now, yes, there are some chocolate things that I like. Yes. White chocolate, but like I do like dark chocolate, like the rich 90% dark
cacao.
Cacao, yes. Right. I like rich
at
dark
least
chocolate.
80% or more.
But when it comes to like regular chocolate,
I don't. I notice you like if it's 80 to 85% or more chocolate, nothing less than that. Right. I mean, you'll eat it, but if I was to go to Walmart and show you the candy bars, you'd pick the one that's 90% cacao.
I would rather the 70%. Dark. Right. I would rather.
I like dark chocolate too. Like when I make my shakes.
But I've told you before, like for my birthday, for holidays and stuff, I would rather have a vanilla cake with vanilla icing than a chocolate cake. I'm not a big fan of chocolate. I just never have been. And my mom absolutely loves it. She can't go a day without having chocolate. She has chocolate coffee.
I can do without it. It doesn't matter to me. I just like it for my coffee, but I have sugar free.
Right. So Today we are actually going to talk about how exercise helps bipolar disorder. I'm gonna get to the disclaimer first. This channel is not focused on any specific diet or lifestyle, but we are focused on providing information about all things health and various eating lifestyles, so this information is relevant. The goal of this channel is to help people educate themselves so they can make their own informed decision about what is right and wrong for them, but not to tell people what to do or how to do it. And this information is not a substitute for advice from a physician or a healthcare professional. Please consult a doctor and do your own research before making any extreme lifestyle changes. Please take responsibility for your own health. And yes, I do say that every week. I say that about everything that we talk about, just because this stuff is very important, and I don't want people to think that we know everything about everything, because we're not doctors and we're not healthcare professionals. So we want you to do your own research, and we want you to talk to your doctor about your health. We're just giving you information and where to find different information about things about health, mental health, and diet and exercise.
Something that's helped us or affected us, and
here. And like I said, we're going to talk about how exercise can help bipolar disorder. And one of the main reasons that we talk about bipolar disorder a good bit on this channel is because both he and I both suffer with the bipolar disorder, and we're trying to give you our experiences when it comes to how exercise and how our lifestyle changes have affected our mental health. So, by exercise and bipolar disorder. Bipolar disorder is a mental health condition that can cause low depressive moods and high manic moods. While most people have mild shifts in mood from time to time, people with bipolar disorder, these shifts in mood can be extreme and unpredictable. Bipolar disorder is typically managed with medication and therapy. However, studies have shown that for some people, adding exercise to their treatment can provide added benefits. Read on to learn more about the effects exercise can have on bipolar disorder. I do remember when I was first diagnosed with bipolar disorder, I was still in contact with my dad at the time, and he's like, well, you have mood change. You have, like, how did he put it? Something about your moods change. So what? Everybody's moods change. I'm going, no, it's a lot more extreme than that. I mean, bipolar, it's not just your moods change. A depressive mood means a lot of times you don't see the point in living, and especially with bipolar depression, you don't see a point in living. It's an extreme depression. It's not the same as just being sad.
And I know for a fact how bipolar works, because there's many a times before I met you that I was so upset I started crying, and then with a snap of a finger I stopped, and I was like in a better mood. Like I just stopped, or I started getting upset, and then all of a sudden I'm hyperventilating, and all of a sudden in a split second I'm back to normal. Right. It's like people's like, how do you do that?
And
I don't know.
There's no right.
I just start
and I mean,
yelling, and then all of a sudden snap a finger, I'm back to normal.
I have spent years in depressive mood where I don't. I mean, and it hasn't happened since you and I have been together, but I have spent 2 and 3 years at a time where I'm just depressed all the time. I don't see the purpose in living. And I had a good life. I had a good job. I had an okay relationship. But I had a son, an amazing son. And even though I had good things going on in my life, that depression, that bipolar depression, I didn't see it. I could not see it. I tried to kill myself at one point because I couldn't see the good things I had in my life. Since I've had surgery, I've had a whole lot more manic episodes, which is you get happier, and I describe a manic episode more of just your brain doesn't stop.
That's why I tell you don't get on that scale no more.
Right. But my manic episode since surgery, I've had a whole lot more manic episodes. And it's just like my brain doesn't stop. I have 4 or 5 different thoughts that are just constantly going and going and going. And I'm exploring each one of those thoughts all at the same time, and it's just...
Now you know how I feel when I get like that. Because, I mean, it's like I'll have 5 or 6 different things in my head, and it's like, okay, which one do I want to think about? Which one do I want to... It took me a month to research if that topic I told you about, if a woman can still get pregnant before she's finished menopause.
And see, right now, it's actually a good thing for me right now having the manic disorder, because I'm working on our website, I'm working on our merchandise, I'm working on our YouTube channel, I'm doing marketing,
and I told you.
But
Sundays,
when I'm working, I have 2 computer screens, and I typically have 3 or 4 windows open on each screen, because it's just when I get bored of something and I don't want to do
And
another
Monday
one
or
thing, it's like
Friday
a
is going to
switch.
be the day off because that's one of the days we go get plasma. So I told you,
Right.
it doesn't matter which day you choose, either a Monday or a Friday, but you're taking a day off away from the computer.
Right.
You have to.
I can stay on the computer. I can just watch
Watch videos,
instead of working on a brand.
I would rather you take that day and us catch up on some shows or watch a movie.
Right. Now, I am not going to read all of this. This is how exercise and mood changes, but this is a lot of research.
It, but I'm not reading it out loud.
Right.
I'm reading it to myself.
But I mean, the one thing is with bipolar disorder, your brain, the chemistries are off with bipolar disorder, and exercise actually has been proven to help those chemicals in your brain. And it's not a cure, but it can help with alleviating some of those symptoms or help you manage some of the systems that's going on in your brain. Now, like I said, and like in every video, I do have where I get all of this research. I have it linked in the description box below to WebMD and different studies and things like that you can read on your own.
And like I said at the bottom, that also indicated that exercise could worsen manic symptoms. It just, you have to do a case by case basis because not everybody's going to have the same results.
Typically, people who have been diagnosed with bipolar disorder see a therapist from time to time. Right. Now, I do know people who have bipolar disorder that don't see a therapist and psychiatrist, which is not a good thing.
Because they haven't come to the realization that they have bipolar, and they might have been diagnosed with it, but like they think they have it under control. Maybe that's why they're not.
They think they have it under control, and
I know I don't. We don't want to have nobody.
Exercise and health risks of bipolar disorder. Bipolar disorder can affect more than just your mood. If you have this condition, you're at higher risk for other health concerns. Research in 2015 showed that if you have bipolar disorder, you have a higher risk of health conditions such as obesity, stroke, heart disease, and type 2 diabetes.
So basically they're saying people with bipolar disorder can get stressed out a lot easier.
Yes.
And more stressed than a regular person.
Right. And a lot of it has to do with the prescribed medication that is recommended.
Or their job. Or
No, wait.
I don't know.
A lot of it has to do with the prescribed medications that help bipolar disorder. Typically raise these risks, the obesity, stroke, heart disease, and type 2 diabetes. The medication that is recommended for bipolar disorder typically raises those health risks.
I was just giving my opinion.
I know when there are certain medications that I took before you and I got together for bipolar disorder that one I was over medicated. The psychiatrist that I was seeing at the time, they just wanted to medicate me. They weren't interested in therapy, but it caused severe weight gain. I had actually gotten up to almost 300 pounds. At the time, I barely got out of bed. I stayed in bed all the time. One, I was depressed. But the medication that I was on didn't help. It actually made me more depressed. It made me stay in bed. I was tired and just exhausted all the time. I got up to 300 pounds. And being that heavy, that's obesity. That increases the risk for stroke. It increases heart disease. It increases all those risks. And it has to do with the medication.
In my opinion, that has bipolar is going to be obese.
No.
I mean, some people, there's other factors that, because they got people that have bipolar that have freaking a high metabolism. And that doesn't mean they're not at risk for the other three things. Right. But,
Right. And a lot of the health conditions that go along with bipolar has to do with some of the medication that is used to treat bipolar disorder.
And what if they're in a stressful job and they take the medication? Right. That's a double whammy.
Right.
You know?
Exercise, health risk. The research shows that not only these health conditions are concerns for overall health, but they may increase your symptoms of bipolar disorder, which means basically what this is saying is it can turn into a circle. You have the medication causes issues with these things, and then having the obesity and high blood pressure actually increases your bipolar disorder. So it's like a circle. And right now, I know I'm dealing with it the best that I can. I'm not taking medication at the moment because I am losing weight, and my therapist and my surgeon recommended that I go off of my bipolar medication while I was losing weight, because bipolar medication and most psychological medications typically are based on your weight. Your dosage is based on your weight, and being that my weight is fluctuating so much, they recommended me go off of medication for now, because while my weight is fluctuating so much, that is why I see my therapist every other week.
Maybe that's why I'm waking up with bruises on me. You beat me in my sleep, huh?
Yeah.
And you're sleeping and I'm sleeping, and you're reaching over and hit me in my sleep while you're sleeping.
Right.
Nah,
no, but
I don't have bruises.
Right. But that is also where exercise does help, though. I have definitely noticed that since I'm not taking medication, having the exercise, doing the exercise, does help me with some of the symptoms. Plus, he watches me very carefully, just like I watch him, as well as, like I said, I see my therapist every 2 weeks right now, just because
I haven't seen mine in a while because of the hurricane. We had to cancel, so.
Right.
But I'm working on it.
Types of medication: antidepressants, antipsychotics, combinations, mood stabilizers, and like I said, a lot of these medications increase tiredness, increase appetite, and again leads to those circular issues. And the thing that I have definitely learned since I had the weight loss surgery and I've lost weight is that exercise and that just being active helps with those symptoms. I mean, yes, my mania is worse than my depression right now, but I still find
that's because we're just starting out with this new venture in life with the YouTube channel with the shop, so it's
a little more stress, right?
But once we get settled into a routine and we start getting more, maybe it'd be different.
Right. But staying active has definitely helped with the symptoms of my bipolar. Now, I still have the anxiety, and there's times that I don't want to leave the house, but that's not my bipolar. That's more of the severe anxiety.
Or just people out in the world, idiots.
Crazy. And
same thing.
But again, if you find that you suddenly are gaining weight after any of these medications, you should talk to your doctor. If you have uncontrolled weight gain, you probably need to try a different medication. Never stop taking medication or change your dosage without talking to your doctor. That's just kind of it should be a given to most people not to try to medicate
unless you notice
yourself.
a severe reaction.
Right. But then you should also, if you see a severe reaction,
then stop taking call your doctor at the same time. Like
contact your doctor
or a nurse.
Immediately. The outlook. Bipolar disorder is a lifelong condition, but it can be managed with proper treatment. While medication is typically the primary treatment option for bipolar disorder, exercise can help. That's kind of why I wanted to talk about this today, is because exercise can help. Exercise is very good when it comes to any type of mental illness. Being active helps your body, helps your brain to produce hormones to help alleviate some of mental health. Now, and I'm saying some, it's definitely not everything, and it's not going to cure you. Exercise is not going to cure you of a mental health disorder or a mental illness. It's not going to happen. I mean, with bipolar disorder, that's one of those things that you have for life. You just learn what your triggers are. You learn how to treat it.
Exercise is more of a...
It's more of a coping mechanism, and it can alleviate some symptoms.
If you want to go boxing on a boxing mat, bag,
Right.
I mean, whatever you feel that alleviates your stress.
Right.
It's just not everybody's got different ways.
Right. Again, this is saying, be sure to talk to your doctor.
And you don't have to talk to your doctor about an exercise regimen. You can talk to somebody that works out, or some people in the fitness. You don't want to talk to these people.
You don't have to talk to your psychiatrist about exercise, but I would suggest talking to your primary doctor, just to make sure that physically you're okay.
And your doctor gives you the okay to say, okay, you're physically, but be careful what you do. Then you talk to friends or reach out to people or do your research on the internet and try little things here and there.
Right.
Don't listen to those people that's like in the gym. Come on, move.
Right.
One more rep.
Right.
If you do the exercise. If you do the exercise and they start saying one more rep, get rid of them as a trainer.
Right. What you want to do is you want to start out slow.
You've been doing it for a year and somebody says one more rep, that's different.
Right. But like I said, you want to start out slow. You can start with just walking around your neighborhood, if your neighborhood's not safe, walk around your house, walk around your apartment. Be active.
I read testimonials where people started out walking 5 minutes a day for a week, and every week they would add 1 or 2 minutes to their time, and over a period of time, they get more and more walking. Just like when somebody says, "Do I have to bench press heavy within 6 months?"
Right.
No, if you add 5 pounds So you bench press once a week. By the end of the year, you're benching 300. Some people don't even bench that in a lifetime.
Right.
It's a slow process.
Right.
You add
I do what, 25 now?
30.
I mean, 30,
No, you're
right.
up 30, which is more than I thought.
Right.
But all of this is bringing me back to some ideas. I don't know if you got another slide. All of this brings me to two things. Everything that we've talked about the past 6 weeks, there's one conclusion that I've come to. And I've said this, and I'll always say this. Listen to your body.
Right.
Hands down.
Always.
Medication, workout, whatever, during the day, whatever you do.
Right.
You work out in the yard on the weekends. You go cut your grass on the weekends. You garden on the weekends.
Right.
Pay attention, because your body will tell you.
Right.
And you talk about exercise. I've seen, like, they got the kids that grow up with autism, that grow up Down syndrome or autism or Asperger's. Some of them like to exercise. Some of them like to box. Some of them like to lift weights. We saw that story on the news about 5 months ago about the kid with Down syndrome who every time he goes to the gym, people get motivated by him because he's not letting his right. So
him. Right.
Regardless of what your disability is, everybody has a balance they can find in life. Some takes longer than others.
Right.
But the number one thing I remember is listen to your body, because no matter what, hands down, your body will tell you when to slow down. I was reading a tweet from a wrestler, and she said, I went to work out today, but my body said no, so treadmill it is.
Right.
So she said the same thing, and she's in good shape. She's a professional wrestler, and it goes to show you that even people that, I've even seen MMA fighters and UFC fighters say, my body won't let me work out today, but I'm gonna do cardio.
Right.
So all in all, what we're trying to say is your body will give you the signs, medically, physically, psychologically.
Right.
Your body is not going to.
Your body will protect you and will tell you what you should and shouldn't do. Typically, I say not 100%.
Yeah, because we're not. Nobody. Even doctors can't even diagnose themselves with something.
Right. Yeah.
They're not perfect. I don't care. Even doctors have to go see a doctor.
Right.
Because, they may get their diagnosis wrong.
Right.
Like, they might have pain in their side, and they might think it's kidneys, and it might be gallbladder, and they have to get their doctor friend to check them out. So, always, if you think that you have the wrong diagnosis, find a second opinion.
Right.
If you think that the doctor, medical psychiatrist is not helping you, find another one. Right. Don't be afraid to find another one if you think that they're not helping. Right. Because they got plenty of other ones out there that are willing to step in and help what the other ones are misdiagnosing you with. Right.
But in the description box is our merchandise. And our merchandise store is our website. And all of the links for the things that we talked about today is also in the description box. I will have also the link for breast cancer awareness, as well as the suicide prevention hotline and website. So we will be back next week. I hope that you have a nice Halloween. I will be back on Wednesday. He will be back on Friday, and we'll be back together on next Monday on All Saints Day.
Yeah, that's November 1st.
Yes, All Saints Day is November 1st. So.
Yeah, that's I think my stepdad's birthday. Yeah,
right. So y'all have a good week, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.